In this video, we're going to talk about trypanophobia, the fear of needles, the fear of injections. And this is very, very topical at the moment. My phone and my emails are going, I wouldn't say mad, but I'm getting a constant flurry of both therapists and coaches wanting information on how to help people, but also members of the public who said, I've just had a letter and it's completely set the firework display off in my head, in my body. So this is one of a series of videos all about the fear of needles. Now, when we talk about a fear, when we talk about a phobia is a fear that's got really stuck. It's just a loop, rather like that, and just keeps on going round and round. And people can have a fear of mice, rats, birds, insects, and needles, spiders. And if I just talk for a moment about a spider phobia, people can start understanding more about what a phobia is. Because if someone's got a spider phobia, they can walk into a room full of people, and if there's a spider in the far corner, they have that fear inside them. And they, even though there may be a dozen or so people between the spider and them, as they look across and they walk around, they're constantly looking. And if people have been brought up watching things like The Knight Rider, where that car Kit has got that little red light on the front, constantly surveying and keeping whatever his name, David Hasselhoff, safe, that's what happens. That constant radar, rather like the Kit, is looking at that spidery thingy that, of course, if you have a phobia of spiders, is the most dangerous thing in the world. That spider is probably more threatful, so to speak, if there's such a word, than Tyrannosaurus Rex might be, because to them, that's going to hurt them. Whether it's a mouse, whether it's a rat, whether it's whatever it is, that fear is on the inside. So when I talk to people about the fear of needles, and they tell me, oh, Piers, I've got this horrible picture, it's all, God, it's there. And as soon as they do that, I know where the fear is. It's in their head. I say, fine, tell me about the first flicker of fear. Oh, but Piers, it's up here. And I said, fine, it wasn't up there a week ago. And they go, no, it's when I got that little brown envelope from the GP, from the NHS, saying that my injection is coming up. And as soon as I saw that envelope and I saw NHS across the top, I had that fear come up inside me. And if you watch their hands, they have that fear coming up inside me. So they're holding the fear here and it's coming up. And they said, yeah, I've got this image of this horrible, horrible time. And as soon as they do that, you know that they're playing with their visual cortex. So when we talk about the visual we can break down and change. Because as soon as we know where that person's coming from, where they're associating that problem with, we can disassociate them from the visual. Now, in NLP terms, we talk about that, quickly explain what visual and what associate and what disassociating is all about. Disassociation is rather like watching something on TV, that someone else is filming you and you see your whole body in the picture and you're sitting back going, oh yeah, there they go, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the other, and you're just watching on a TV. Associated, so to speak, is where you're looking through your own eyes. And as soon as you're associating with it, you're feeling it. You're in the picture. The picture's happening all around you and you're there. So, example, if you were going to get hit, if you saw yourself being hit on TV, it wouldn't hurt. If you're seeing it through your own eyes, as soon as they hit you, you can feel it. That's the association and disassociation. So when somebody comes to me and they start talking about that image, oh, got it just here, and I'm really, they're associating. They're the ones being hit. What we need to do is disassociate them from it. And as we start looking at the visual, we can start breaking it down. Now, when someone comes and sees me for a session, we do so many different ways of getting rid of it. And crumbs, there are hundreds of different ways of helping people through the fear of needles, that phobia. But the one I'm talking about today is using the submodalities, an NLP term, and this is an NLP technique, the submodalities. And when someone comes in, I'll take them through a submodalities checklist. And I did this in a previous video when we started talking about the barcodes of people that have for an event. So if someone says to me, Piers, I've got this fear of needles, and I say, absolutely fine. When you think about the fear of needles, is it in black and white or colour? And they'll generally go, it's colour, because that's how they associate. Colours is much more associating. I'm just going to read from my list here. Is it near or far? Oh, it's near. It's right here. Absolutely fine. Is it bright or dim? Oh, it's bright. Where's the location? And if you look at my previous video to this, it's all about moving the position of the problem. So association, so where the location is, I will make a note of where it is. What's the size of it? Is it large, medium or small? And they say, oh, it's massive. Then they start going on about, are they associated? Are they disassociated? Do they see themselves in the picture like on a TV, or are they looking through your own eyes? Oh, I'm looking through my own eyes. They're always associated because they're feeling it and they're living it. And we just go on. Is it focused or defocused? Is it the focus changing or steady? Is it framed or panoramic? Is it a film or is it a photograph? And we start looking at the visual. And since we do that, it gives us a visual, of what's going on inside their head. So that's when we need, in order to change it, to say, okay, we know that the opposite of colour is black and white. So I said, fine. Take that picture that you feel up here. I said, yeah, I've got it, fine. Let's take it further away. You said it was near. Let's take it further away. Let's move to the other side of the room. How does it feel? Oh, it's still not nice, Piers. I said, fine. Take it further away. Take it 50 yards away. Now take it 100 yards away. Now go and put it at the top of a hill. And as soon as you do that, they go, oh, that's better. So we know that we've changed that one. So we've taken it from something that was near, something that's further away. It's colour. Yeah, it's colour. I said, fine. Do you remember the old television sets that you can change from black and white to colour? Yes, it's right. Just change. Get that knob and just turn it. Turn it till it's black and white. And they go, and as soon as someone does that breath, you know that you've made a change. So, oh, great. So it's further away and it's in black and white. And I said, absolutely fine. And while you've got it in black and white, why not just make it old and put Charlie Chaplin in it? So you have those flickers going through like an old film. Oh, that's better. Fine. So we changed from colour to black and white. Now, you said it was bright. Yes, what happens if we make it dimmer? Oh, that's nice. Let's just dim it. Make it darker, make it darker, make it darker. Now, notice then I was playing around with the visual and the auditory, because as soon as I said, make it darker, make it darker, make it darker, all I'm doing is changing on that 2 levels. So we've got rid of that one. Where's the location of it? Perfect. There's the location of it, just there, Piers. Oh, God, it's just there. And I said, fine. And I will say, if it's on a Zoom or something like that, and I said, fine, move it 3 inches to your left. How does that feel? Oh, that feels better. Fine. Where's a picture of your summer holiday you had with your loved ones recently? Oh, that's up here. So fine. Take that picture and put it up there. And when you take your finger away, it will stay there. And they go, oh, that's much better. And again, we're just changing the position. And if you look at the previous video to this, it's all about positions. And now we talked about size. It's massive. Now shrink it down. Now, we've already done some of that because we've taken it further away. But I said, shrink it down. Shrink it down and make it the size of a pound coin or a dollar piece or a dollar note. But just shrink it right the way down to something that they know what it is. If I say shrink it down to something small, well, it could be a small elephant. So I tend to use money. So take it down to a pound coin. Take it down to a dollar note. Take it down to the size of your hand. Take it down to something that's smaller than your foot. And you start looking at it that way. You start playing around with the size. And now just see, rather than you being part of it, just imagine there's a film crew and someone was filming you. And just sit back and see yourself watching it yourself on telly. And they go, again, you get that breath. So we've played them with all the visual. Then once we've done that, so I've removed all those and I just say, fine, when I click my fingers, locked in. I said, now we look at the auditory, anything that you hear. If there are any sounds are important, what name would they have? A majority of the time there's no sound. But if they say, oh, the sound is horror, I say, perfect. That is the sound generally associated with a phobia. When you think about that family holiday that you had beforehand, the last one with your loved ones, what was the sound on that? Oh, the sound was tranquility. I said, fine, change the sound to tranquility. Where's the location of it? Oh, it's coming towards me. Fine. Or it's stuck in my head. And the type of things I ask them is the location. Where is it? Oh, it's all around me. It's outside me. What do you call the sound? And they said horror. And I go through my list here. Is it internal or external? Oh, it's internal. And we go through. Is it loud or soft? Oh, it's loud. Is it fast or slow? Oh, it's normal speed. And I said, fine, normal. Is it high or low pitched? Oh, it's high pitched. Is it... And you go through and just you got all the different things associated with sound. And I go, fine. Let's go back and have a look at that scene. Make all the sounds internal. Make them peaceful. Make the sounds outside you. Make the pitch high. And now you said it was normal speed. Slow the speed down. Go on, slow the speed down. And as soon as I do that, they become still. And somebody said, "No, Piers, I can't do that." I said, "Fine, make it faster, 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 faster. Make it like Charlie Chaplin. Go even faster than that. Go like Benny Hill on one of his chase scenes, and hear the Benny Hill music." And they, "Oh yes, okay, yeah, that's why I got Benny Hill. Great, okay, oh, I like that." And we start playing around. Make it high or low pitch. If it's high, make it low pitch. When it comes to the feelings, I say, fine. Kinesthetic. Don't worry about my spelling. When we start talking about kinesthetic, we say, right, if it had a name, what would it be? Oh, and they said, oh, pain. That's the feeling of pain. Where's the location of the pain? Oh, it's there. It's in my arm. Okay. Tell me about it being in your arm, because you haven't had the injection yet. Oh, no, it's just my whole body. Thank you. My whole body is feeling it. So the whole body is expecting it, and the whole body's become tense. And you're releasing all those bits and pieces like adrenaline and all that sort of stuff, and getting the cortisol being released. And you start feeling that horrible feeling. Like, oh, that's about right, yes. What size is it? Oh, it's huge. What shape is it? Oh, it's round. And we start looking at all the different things. That's absolutely fine. Change the name to survival. Change the location to outside you. Change the size to small. And now make it square. And we go through. And again, once I click my fingers, and as I do that to people, you actually see them changing in front of you. And once we've done this and we've changed all these, the visual, the auditory and the kinesthetic, all the submodalities, I then say to them, okay, and just open your eyes. And they open their eyes and they say, good, where do you park today? Or can you smell coffee? Or what's your favourite bedtime drink? And we just change the subject. It's called breaking state. We change the subject completely just for 30 seconds. And it's great to close your eyes. And so when you think about having that injection, tell them what's going on. And they go, oh, I still feel nervous, but it's a bit different. I said, excellent. Clear the screen. And now I'm going to move forward 3 weeks from today. And as I move forward 3 weeks from today, just with all the knowledge that you now have, tell me what's going on when you think about injection. Said, oh, I had the injection the day before and I was absolutely fine. I said, great. Now, as soon as someone says that, it means that their mind has already accepted that it's going to be okay because they're projecting ahead of them that they're going to be okay with it. So this is a very simple way of playing with the submodalities. It's an NLP term, just playing with the way that people encode that barcode on the previous video to this, how it all works and how it can be changed. Now, there is a process that I teach people on my courses, and when someone comes to see me personally, whether it's on Zoom or whatever it happens to be, I run through the whole protocol. But this is one of the many ways. And in the next video, I'll show you another way of beating that fear of needles.